What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Witcher 2, and last time we managed to sneak through the Kedwenny/Nilfgaardian camp and get some blood from King Henselt, which is one of the ingredients that we needed for Saskia's cure. Now, the only thing we have left, if I remember correctly, is that we need to find a place of power. Or, well, not just any old place of power, a special place of power of some variety. Now, we don't know where exactly that is, which means we need to talk to some people.
In no time you've got a swarm.
Ignore that very offensive statement there. Technically, we're not humans, though, so joke's on you. We are mutants. Or a mutant, I should say. So yeah, I think we are mostly trying to find the right person to give us the right information to figure out where exactly we need to go. So we're going to be following all these little quest indicators here. But I don't know who that's going to be. Supposedly someone or something right here. Oh, also apparently we leveled up. I'm totally gonna forget that we did that, so let's make sure we use that skill point now. We recently picked up an extra vigor, which I'm very happy about, because it seems like that has been one of the key components to our success, is being able to just more or less spam signs at people, like either making sure that we constantly have the Quen sign up, or using Ard over and over to stun people, get in a few hits, hit them with Ard again, and they basically can't even defend themselves. That's what we did against Letho a while back, and I suspect that against more difficult foes that may be a bit of a recurring theme. So that's intriguing to me. I don't know if... Well, I don't really know what Ard sign level 2 actually means, though, besides just the additional range. Quen, however, level 2 does at least tell us that it has a longer duration and deflects some damage. We use Quen pretty aggressively, so I could see that being helpful too. And that does take us really close to getting the next Vigor upgrade, so I think that might be a good way to go. I'm just going to double check this side for a second, because I think this is the other route that we've been thinking about taking. So, Vitality a ways down this way, that might be something that we want to head toward. Bleeding a little bit. Chance of all critical effects, instant kill, that sounds pretty amazing. More vitality and damage reduction. I think what I'd like to do, and I will probably forget this plan very soon after making it, but I think we go through the Quen sign, we get the extra vigor, maybe get the second upgrade on this node as well, because I'm assuming it'll probably be something that's very vigor related. And then once we've done that, then we go over here, try to make it to the vitality, maybe get the second one of that, assuming that it will be significantly higher than just 25 for the second upgrade, and maybe go this route here for sudden death and get, again, probably both upgrades here on the assumption that just 2% isn't going to be terribly significant, but the second one might be quite good if it's a fair bit more than that. Then continue down this way for an even better vitality and damage reduction upgrade, which sounds pretty good. I mean, 5% again, obviously not great, but second one, I'm assuming, would be more still. Then getting group finishers sounds like a good idea. And then resistances, causing all critical effects. This sounds like it is a good way to go. Assuming we can get that many skill points, which maybe that is not realistic. I don't really know. But we'll give it a shot. Can we go in here? Looks like this might be where this person we're supposed to talk to is. Unless it is this barrel.
Stop swaggering around town with that sword drawn, all right?
Okay, excuse me, sir. I was in a building with a closed door, and somehow you knew that I drew a sword. I was just trying to use Ard to blast open these barrels, trying to see if maybe there happened to be something in there. Oh, it's Dennis! Hey, Dennis. I suppose he did see us. How's it going in there, buddy? Sorry, gotta go. Looking for the cure to the person we want to replace you as leader of this place. Again, the elevation changes are going to make this very difficult to find the people that we're looking for. So, even if it looks like we're right next to someone, as was the case there mere moments ago,
Greetings.
it's still going to be kind of tough to actually find them. Here's the castle. I'm assuming there might be someone nearby here. Where is our own indicator? Maybe kind of, sort of, but possibly not really. Not in the castle itself. Someone over here. One of those people. It would seem. But apparently we are too high up to do that right now, so we'll talk to whoever this is. Assuming that this is now the person we're closest to. But requires that we get on the other side of this gate, which I'm not sure we've ever done before. But I don't think that's realistic. Although, what? I look on the map, and it looks like, despite it, the mini-map when we're on this page showing us in that direction, when we look on it, when we actually open the full-blown map, it seems to be directing us down here? Maybe the person is through this door? Hold on a second. Could this be? We've been down here before. What? There's someone over here? For some reason? I don't know. Are there going to be more rot fiends? Probably. Can I draw my sword now? I'm very skeptical, but it seems to be pointing us in this direction for some reason. Don't know why. I think it was over this way. This way? Theoretically. Is this one of those scenarios where this is actually just pointing us to someone who is right on the edge of this place? It would be right here. We get lots of crafting materials that we passed up on when we were last down here. I think this is a false alarm. This can't be, right? Surely not. Who would voluntarily go back down here? Besides us. No one, right? So I think we'll head back on up. Weird. Again, the changes in elevation make it so that you think you're right next to someone, but then you actually aren't. Leads you to go down into dark, dangerous caves, thinking that you're actually going to find the person you're looking for, thinking that you're going to find the door. Where the heck is the door? I vaguely remember that it was difficult to find last time we tried to leave here as well. How do I escape? I really use a light right there. Or there. Okay, ignoring the fact that we just went down there, where are we actually supposed to go? It's like that indicator that seems like it's right on the mine entrance. Why is that there? I don't know. It's weird. Okay. I think we head back this way and try to talk to the person down there. And hope that that is the person we're looking for. Otherwise, I don't know. Oh, we have our sword out. After all that time, people yelling at us for waving the sword around ever so briefly. Is it you that I'm supposed to talk to?
Huh?
What? This is the prison we were in. Okay. Glad to see we've gone in circles. I also see that we still have a talent point that we can spend. What? Did we not confirm the one that we just took? Oh, did we? We must have talked about it and then proceeded to not actually take it. I think that's what we did. So, yes. Upgraded Quen, so then if we do it again, we would theoretically have Quen deflecting 50% of damage. That sounds like a lot. But at the moment, we're just using Quen for purely its defensive purposes, but at that point, it becomes a bit of an offensive weapon too. Increased duration as well. I think the other people we're looking for, though, are down here, either through this door or maybe sitting at that bench right there. Doesn't seem as though the person is in here. So I think it is one of those dwarves sitting at the bench. You guys.
Greetings.
Dennis?
Huh?
No?
Okay.
Darko? What the heck? Did someone here? Not even sure I knew this building existed. Oh. Okay. I think we found our guy. Oh, it's Scanlan. Okay. Haven't we spoken to him about some of this stuff, though, already?
Is Cecil your guardian?
Aye. Ever since my parents passed on. He took me in, fed me, taught me a profession and how to live, really.
How did your parents die?
During one of the massacres
Geralt, come on, man.
arranged for us. But I'd rather not talk on that.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Sorry.
Rather insensitive.
The mine's safe again. Any plans to do something with it?
Course. Soon as the battle's done, we'll resume digging. Shame to let those rich deposits go to waste.
Isn't that what made
My
the
uncle
monster
says
show
they'll
up there to
put
begin with?
Vergen right back on its feet. Zoltan's talking about a shared enterprise or some such. He's to manage operations with my uncle as general overseer. We just got to save the town first.
What'll you do when the battle rolls around?
I'll be right out front fighting.
Eh?
Uncle Cecil's allowed it. Says I'm an adult. I'm gonna kick some kid when he asks.
No fears?
Of what? My uncle believes I can do it, and Yarpin taught me how to swing an axe with follow-through. I'll smash a few heads, then go to the tavern and drink till I drop.
Oh. Didn't expect this to be an option, but sure, we'll try to charm him into being a little more cautious, maybe.
Battles are unpredictable.
Sounds like he's not
and this'll be
actually
your
a
first.
trained
You'll have to
warrior.
kill,
Yeah.
wade through piles of bloody corpses, all the while watching you don't get cut down yourself. Sure you're ready for this?
To tell the truth, I'm shitting myself a bit.
Oh,
Straw
okay.
dummies.
That's one way to phrase it.
That's all I've swung at so far. When I
That's a little
think
different.
on what's going to happen here. But, all for one and one for all, right? Just don't tell my uncle, please. He's thrashed me a few times already for talk like that.
I won't say a word.
Okay, so appears we've at least talked him out of trying to fight when he's never fought before, but
Hey, Scalan,
more importantly...
wanna arm wrestle?
I really like to wrestle, but,
Oh, is this the guy who said earlier that, oh, well, you need to beat this person, this person, this person, only then will I arm wrestle you? Okay, so unfortunately, it does not appear as though he has the information that we're looking for. So that's one person we can check off the list. He is... I think that one's slightly more to the right. And then... try to get the person a little further south, I think is probably our next bet. Which... where's that? What? Hold on. Now I'm disoriented. South, but elevation-wise, it's further up. Okay, well, this is the person that we've been trying to find over and over again. No, that's gotta be... That's the people who we were looking for in the inn, is it not? And it seemed to be sending us right to Zoltan. Although we talked to him and didn't get any information out of him to help us find the place we were looking for. So, I'm very skeptical. This guy,
Another one. You let one
barkeeper,
How can I help you?
but do we have to beat him at dice poker in order to get information out of him?
See you again.
Or is it someone else back there? No, it is definitely him. Otherwise, we go to the map. It's clearly him. But he also clearly does not have any options to give us the information that we are looking for. This is what I mean. We go to the map now. It's clearly pointing right at where we are at the moment, which would suggest that we're looking for someone through this door, which should be Dandelion and Zoltan. They're here. We talked to both of them earlier, and neither one gave us information that we needed. I've already spoken about all those things with them.
Any idea where I can play dice around here?
Try the blacksmith's helper.
Okay, something tells me that's not gonna help us. Thought we did ask him about Bergen's history, which seemed like that would have been the most likely thing to lead us a certain way. Is there anything in the journal that tells us specifically who we are supposed to talk to here? One of the ingredients needed for the Dragon Slayer's cure was a magical artifact, an item radiating powerful energy. The sorcerers could not just create one on the fly, and time was against them. The Witcher headed outside to ask around the town about magical intersections, ruins, legends of any treasure, in a word, about places where he could find an item of the kind he needed. Entering the streets, Geralt thought deeply about which townspeople would be best informed and about those who liked collecting stories. So we're basically looking for all the notable people in town, so Zoltan, Yarpen, all the people we've heard about and talked to in the past who are basically the leaders of town. But we've spoken to several of them already. Seemingly just about all of them. I guess we haven't spoken to you, though.
Better than at Brenna, though we've quite a rumble ahead of us. But I promise you this, we'll kick Henselt's arse and send him scurrying back to Kedwin.
But more importantly,
Says your company are true arm wrestling masters.
Unbeatable, last I recall.
Is that so? Care to check if that's still true?
Sounds good. Ready to take me on?
I guess.
Give me your best shot.
Magically teleport to a table. Yeah, man. Yeah, ooh, almost missed that one. Let me at him. There we go. Not sure if we actually get anything out of this.
One strong son of a bitch.
Thanks.
You should take on Scalen. He beat me and Yarpen, and now beats his chest over it. The old company would be in your debt if you thrashed him.
Jealous bunch, aren't you?
We got some experience out of it, so I guess that's something. But, that's everything we can talk to you about. Yarpen?
Who's this, my failing eyes spy? Geralt of Rivia visiting old Yarpen Zigrin.
Yeah, you do have a lot of things we can talk to you about.
Getting anywhere with the new recruits?
Like whores in a brothel, they're plowing away at full speed. Saskia's army's full of men better at holding their pricks than a weapon. But Zoltan and I are helping them catch up. Most importantly, they don't lack spirit.
They won't defeat Henselt's regulars with zeal alone.
We'll show you what an army facing either victory or death is capable of. For we've no other choice, Geralt.
I'm not terribly convinced.
I've been trying to figure out what Philippa Eilhart's doing in all this mess.
Same thing as always. Conspiring until she gets her pubes in a knot.
I know you hate sorceresses, but try to put your animosity aside.
We hate them, that's a fact. But why do you think that is? It's not because of their secret knowledge or their nice tits. Their hearts are full of dung, Geralt. Mark my words.
You exaggerate.
Maybe not.
I'm not sure he does, though.
Eilhart's the worst. Need I remind you how she peddled her ass to Dijkstra just to learn the plans of the Redanian intelligence service? Everyone in Vergen knows she's not into cock. I tell you this, it's her ilk that caused the ruckus on Thanad Island. Think she's any different here? I'm crap at talking, Geralt, but you do alright. So I'd appreciate, as soon as Saskia's better, slip a word in her ear to watch out for Philippa.
I'm kind of with you there. Definitely don't trust her. I know we've sort of just established that her understudy, Cynthia, was possibly more so the problem person than Philippa, but I'm also not certain that Philippa is innocent herself. They might really be in on it together.
Were you in Rivia when I got caught on that pitchfork?
Was I? Fuck, Wolf, I saw you die. I didn't see the little bastard who took you for a haystack, but I swear it looked like you weren't going to make it. So I'm well glad you managed to lick your wounds.
I don't know if it taught me anything.
Come on, I had to. Not many have survived their own death.
You haven't noticed that I'm pissing up wind again, fighting for a cause that isn't mine.
No, I haven't. A free Upper Aedirn is in the interests of any decent fellow.
Did you fight at Brenna?
Oh, fuck. I knows you've got amnesia, but you could have remembered that. Ah, it was a beautiful day. On one side, 46,000 black ones. On the other, us, the Nordlings together. The Redanians led by De Ruyter on the left, the Temerian regiments in the middle, and us on the right. The Mahakam Volunteer Army. All dwarfs. Even the likes of Cohor must have shit his britches at the sight of us.
He hardly lacked courage, as I heard it.
All right, brave bastard, that's true. Prefer to die than run like a rat. I don't believe I've ever seen a bigger melee, except maybe 3 years ago here at Bergen. Would have managed that day too, even without the magic. That burning shit that fell from the sky. Why, even the Dun banner knelt before us when we brought our battle axes down.
Some say not one of the Dun banners survived. Any truth to that?
Biggerhorn nabbed the survivors as they fled south. But most men of the banner lie in the catacombs, along with their standard. The Dun banner. What the hell kind of name is that for a unit anyway? It's as if they couldn't get their fucking flag clean.
So we might have known when we were going back into that catacomb and trying to get that Dun banner, or trying to get the actual banner from the Dun banner, I guess, when we were talking to that ghost, and he tried to basically riddle us as to whether or not we were fighting alongside him, we might have had the information to answer that riddle correctly had we spoken to this guy first. I was potentially going to arm wrestle him, but you didn't have the information I was looking for. He did give us some history lesson, yes, but not everything I was looking for, though. And unfortunately... Oh, hold on. Let me through. Doesn't seem as if there's anyone else in here. Might... Oh, historical. Oh, this is technically our room, I think. Well, I was gonna sell all these throwing knives, I think. They actually are starting to weigh a bit, and they do cost a bit. So, I mean, that's something, but it's not helping us get anywhere. Feel like we are a bit lost at the moment. There are perhaps any other quests that we might be able to progress as we're thinking about this stuff. This is the overarching Saskia quest, overarching Assassin King's quest, overarching Memories quest. Wait for things to happen before we do this. Collect 60 harpy feathers and deliver them to Elfin, the harpy dude. Now, I was thinking that we will probably end up back in that area at some point, because we haven't technically had any quest reasons for going there yet. We kind of just happened to wander there. And there was that area at the bottom of the pit where all the harpies were, where I suspect something will ultimately happen, so I feel like that might end up being our place of power that we're looking for, or powerful place. Alright, so we're halfway, or roughly, to that 60 feathers that we're looking for. But, we're not there yet.
Stuck in between the eyes. How can I help you?
I'm gonna sell these things. All of them, because I mean, look at that, 144. And I don't think we're gonna end up using them, because I'm not a fan of the throwing stuff. It's gonna give us a fair bit of money, and shed a little bit of weight. Not a ton, but certainly some. And aside from that, really wish you'd give us some information here. Because it does seem, at this stage, as though we're kind of just running out of people to talk to. So my guess, based on who we have talked to thus far, and which ones have been success, or the lack of success that we've had thus far, I think that means that if we look at the map, we play, we do a little process of elimination here. I think this means, because we found, I think, both people who are both the The person to the right of us right now, immediately to the right of us, and the person to the south of us right now, I think those are both people who are down in the inn, which is underground, so it's a little misleading where they're showing up on the map, but one of those people is Zoltan, one of those people is the innkeeper. I think that means that the person we're looking for is the one all the way to the right there, far right, that looked like they were in the mine, but obviously is not actually in the mine, because we tested that theory. As for where we actually do find them, though, that is a good question.
Don't try.
Right, so like these guys are false alarm, because that's actually the indicator for Zoltan or the shopkeeper. The one we're actually looking for is probably not in this direction. I'm probably going the wrong. No, this is the right way. We can make it over here, actually, in the direction in which we're pointed. It is easier said than done. But I think this might be the right way. Now, again, we're headed toward the mine. The question is mostly, there's something here that we were missing before. This is the mine. Like, could it be someone up here? Through whatever this door is? This looks significant, but I'm not sure if we've been through here. What is this? Eh? Possibly, depending on how large this building is. We've been in here before? Seems we have, because I'm assuming at one point or another, those chests had things in them. This is a big building. So maybe, yes. I think it's Cecil. I think we found our guy, and he was well hidden.
How are things?
Everyone awaits the battle. Some pray, others drink. Zoltan and Yarpan are chasing peasants around the square. They need a bit of drilling. Yorveth's warriors are trying to be inconspicuous, and so they should. I'd feel better if they crawled up the devil's arse and disappeared. But Saskia thinks we don't stand a chance without them.
You heard from Saskia recently?
How long have you been alderman?
My predecessor was killed 3 years ago. I was one of his advisors. I knew my way round the circus, so I volunteered to manage things. No one opposed me. Mostly I deal with trade and taxes, and I organize assorted matters. In the end, everyone listens to Saskia exclusively, me included.
Saskia is the de facto leader already.
Think you might have gone a bit too far with Stennis?
Mummy
Oh,
spent too
yeah.
much time pampering
Jailing him.
so he thought he could do anything he pleased. He got what he deserved. Maybe it'll all blow over, or maybe there'll be another war. History's like a coin that falls out of your pocket. You never know where it's gonna roll.
Okay. But this
Saskia
is the
needs
big
help,
thing.
Cecil. Philippa can produce an antidote, but she needs a magic artifact to do that.
Would you like a fern and a dancing worm to go with it? Listen, I don't know about magic, but there is a place.
Go on.
As long as I can remember, it's been of interest to sorcerers.
Sounds good.
It's a very strong intersection. Look for magic there.
Where exactly is there?
Seek out the ruins in the forest beyond Bergen. There's a place of power there. You can't miss it.
There are a lot of places of power around Bergen.
Why so glum? Saskia's a tough girl. She'll bounce back. Keep your head up.
Thanks, Cecil.
No, Witcher. I thank you. Save that lass, and you'll save my town.
Okay. Seems as though that is the place of power, however, we are looking for. So I'm hoping that that means that it shows up on our map, because otherwise I'm going to be searching quite a bit for that place. Looks like it's up north. So we've spent less time up there. I think that was ultimately where the tomb was, or the catacombs, I should say. There are craftsmen over here that I feel like it's been a while since we upgraded our gear with any sort of enchantment or crafting materials. Oh, that's quite a question. Didn't expect to see that.
Anyone order an exquisitely adorned goblet from you?
I get the occasional commission for tableware, sure. But what exactly are you talking about?
Saskia's goblet. Was that your handiwork?
That ugly bucket!
Oh,
Did you intend to offend me?
sorry.
Whoever made that thing should be whipped. I certainly
little
hope
harsh.
Saskia orders her vessels for me next time.
If she gets a chance to order anything again.
Okay. Can we actually... Oh. Does that mean we can ask any craftsman if they have any experience having made that stuff? Like, maybe if we talk to all the other craftsmen in town, they might actually tell us if they made that, or might get all dodgy if they did. I didn't realize that that was something that we were potentially on the lookout to try to do. Oh, little rock there. Otherwise... Is this the gate we can't go through? That's the gate we can't go through. Okay. So, I think we have to change course either way, in which case, maybe that does mean we can head back through. I suspect the sort of trade quarter area might be the best place to check some of that stuff out. And see, perhaps we can get some more information. Not the castle. I think it's down lower. Perhaps over here. I'm going just by intuition, which is dangerous. This is the main area with the inn. So let's check now. I think... I thought it was actually behind us? Huh? Yes, it is. Lower elevation. Okay. These people who are, for the most part, not here yet. You were kind of the people who I was looking to... Oh. Didn't even see you. You were mostly the people I was looking for, because it seems like there's a lot of you over here most of the time. Just wondering if maybe you might be able to tell me if you had anything to do with making Saskia's... Oh.
Hello.
Goblet. I could see it being...
Strange aura.
Oh. I don't think we've been in here. Also, your hat is very intimidating. Hold on. Something's gonna go down. It's the Witcher amulet is vibrating. There is someone sleeping there. Oh! Okay, so I have no idea what those are. But apparently... things are gonna happen because we have to wait for events to unfold to figure out what the significance of those papers were. And we swiped them right from under her as she was about to go to her desk. Let's read those real quick. Let's see. Second, I thought it was saying the notes have armor. I have no idea what that says. Alright. Wary of you. Oh, we also can't talk to you apparently now. Maybe? Possibly? Examine?
Nothing interesting.
I have my doubts. You guys. I'm suspicious of you. Now, what quest was that that said we need to wait for things to happen? Is it this one? This is the one where we just got more information. It was the walls have ears, I thought it said. Which I didn't think I just saw. Oh, the walls have ears. Here. In Olcan's room, Geralt found a set of designs for a goblet, there we go, identical to the one Saskia had used during the council. The designs clearly implicated Olcan as an accessory to Saskia's poisoning, yet did not solve the mystery as a whole. Geralt's investigation was still open, so he decided to continue his search for clues. He went to talk to Vergen's inhabitants. Okay. So it does seem as though we can actually play investigator a little bit there. That's cool. Yeah, I guess I wasn't entirely sure what extent that might have been a thing. Other people in this general area? Any other clues you might have for me? Any neighbors who have done similar things? Oh, what was that? Lust cloth? Very suspicious. Red meteorite? What? That's actually suspicious. What do you have with red meteorite? Stockpiling valuable resources like that. Also, Why won't you let me talk to you? More importantly, why won't we be able to talk to that other person who we saw with the plans? I was thinking that these people would probably be the best to talk to here.
So, Vergen's grown a bit, eh?
Oh, okay. Good. Traders are out. You were a little bit odd, but okay, you don't want to talk to us about anything other than just trading.
I'll say
Wondering if that is the case with all these people, though.
Thought we had a basilisk in the basement. Turns out it was just my wife getting cold.
Oh, okay. That's, pleasant.
Greetings!
I don't know. Not seeing anything from these guys yet.
Greetings.
This guy is pretty suspicious, seeing as how he's a mysterious merchant. I would also think that we might be able to get some information off the people at the inn. Now that we know where we're supposed to go next, I feel like we can take a few more liberties. Try to figure things out investigation-wise, because my other guess is that once we actually get the cure for Saskia, I think there's not going to be any time to do this type of stuff. So I think this might be the only time to answer these questions. We have talked to this guy before.
Politicking peasants, witches, and a witcher. Onlookers gawking.
Hope things get back to normal soon.
I know the quest did say wait for other things to happen, didn't it? It says wait for events to unfold, but I feel like we might still have more clues that we can gather. Maybe. There isn't anything yet.
Your arm's itching.
Okay. Sure, we'll bet a little bit on it, I suppose. I'm guessing this is probably one of the people that one of the dwarves we were talking to earlier said we needed to defeat before he would let us go against him. This seems significantly easier than the other ones. It seems as though the size of the bar in which we need to stay is significantly larger.
No man can match a dwarf at arm wrestling. Save maybe a witcher. Take your gold. That's well deserved.
Okay, got a little bit there,
Fancy taking on a dwarf?
I suppose. Dwarf will do the same, why not? See, like this, I'm pretty sure is a little bit smaller than the range that we had during our last arm wrestle. Almost lost it there. There we go.
You're tough as mahakam and steel. The prize money is yours.
Okay. Anyone else we haven't spoken to yet? Who might have some info for us?
Lots going on around.
No, I've spoken to you so many times. Go away.
I think I've heard of it.
You just changed the location on me.
Hello?
Sultan, you don't have any more information after we picked up some stuff, some evidence.
You associate with sorceresses.
Spoke to you already. These are just the people who are fighting. Maybe it is true. Maybe we just need to wait it out, and I think it will certainly be helpful that we got that information there about who has been scheming up the goblet designs, and maybe on some future occasion we'll be able to collect more information and not just have to make accusations based on the design alone. So ideally we would be able to say, oh yes, this was the servant who was actually sending the goblet to Saskia. This is the person who was supposed to taste test the wine or whatever alcoholic beverage it was. Maybe it wasn't wine, given how these are dwarves. Maybe it was more beer. But, because that was seemingly going to be, or I thought, the best way to figure out who it was who might have been the one who poisoned Saskia, or at least who actually did it. Now, maybe there was someone else who was informing that decision, but anyways, this is probably a good place for us to wrap up this episode. Next time, we will make it towards that place of power now that we finally figured out where it is, and that will be the last ingredient for Saskia's cure. And as for whether that will actually prove successful, I don't know. Something tells me it's not going to be quite that simple, so we'll just have to wait and see. But hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll catch you next time.